What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today I wanted to give you guys a little first impressions video on Killing Floor 3 that just released 2 days ago on July 24th, 2025. I'm going to be mostly discussing my first impressions, gameplay, connection, progression, replayability, and is it really worth your time? Should you wait for a sale? Is it something I expected? Is it worth the hype? I have previously played Killing Floor 2 on the PlayStation 4 and on the PC. I played it with friends and solo. Everything about the game is so amazing, from the music to the gunplay. Even the graphics were amazing back then. The Killing Floor 2 was a near masterpiece for the price. And me being me, I love my zombie games. I love shooting zombies, you know, even if it's horde, whether it's horde mode or survival horror like Resident Evil, any type of zombies. I just love like zombie games, and Killing Floor 2 is definitely up there in terms of like the top 10 zombie games of all time. When I first loaded up Killing Floor 3, I was greeted with this kick-ass fucking music that just made me immediately want to load up the game and just kill some fucking zeds. I love that they have the flesh pound staring back at you. So menacing. Look at all those fucking teeth. Visually, this game is impressive. I am playing on a 4K monitor on a PS5. The game looks pretty stunning, and I haven't really had any lag in terms of performance lag. There hasn't been any lag while playing the game with a bunch of zeds on the screen. I played both online and offline. I'm gonna talk about the connection a little bit, but in terms of the performance, it's really good. Like there isn't any stutters. The game is like runs perfectly almost when I'm playing solo or hosting the game. The aim assist is a little wonky, at least the default. I haven't changed any of the controller settings, and it's just the aim assist is a little weird. It makes me want to turn it off. I'd rather aim manually than have to deal with the aim assist, to be honest with you. And that's not really a complaint that I have with most games. I've been playing PS5 for almost a year now, kind of casually playing story games, right? Just enjoying it. And this is the first time where I have like a major issue with the aim assist. But, you know, if you can deal with it, no biggie. Aside from that, it's not really a game-changing issue. The gunplay or the gameplay does feel satisfying when you're shooting zeds and meleeing them, pushing them back. Everything feels so smooth. The textures are amazing. They're so buttery smooth, and they also kept the bullet time. And keep in mind, this is my experience. Your experience may differ. They reduced the length of the game. Before, you were able to choose between 4 and 10 rounds, 4, 7, and 10 rounds, but now they only have a set number of rounds. I believe it's 6, including the boss round, or 5, I'm not too sure. But they added at least 3 new monsters. I don't think they brought back any of the old ones. I think it's just these new boss that they have. New bosses that, I think it's just the new bosses that they have. Now, in terms of the connection while playing online, the game isn't perfect. Now, there isn't actual stuttering that's happening in the game, but when playing online, I do experience some latency. For example, if there is a Zed approaching me, right, and I walk up to try to melee it, the melee will not register and I will get hit. And keep in mind, I do have fiber internet, as in like 1 gig up, 1 gig down. So I have pretty fast internet. There's no reason for me to be experiencing that latency. So that's obviously going to be the connection between me and the server. And this isn't exclusive to this game. This happens to every game when you're playing, you know, any type of online game. You connect to the servers and, you know, they just so happen to be on the other side of the world. But for that reason, I do prefer to play on a private game with my homie, which is what I have been doing, and it's been a much more smoother experience than playing online, that's for sure. When loading up the game, there were a few things that stood out to me. You now spawn into a stronghold and you're able to walk around. This is going to be like your home base. You're able to select missions here, customize your guns, equip mods or craft mods, and you will be crafting mods from basically collecting body parts from the zeds, or even shooting cameras, you know, getting, you know, metallic materials, you know, fabric, stuff like that, stuff that you need to craft, because you will be making attachments for your weapons to making it stronger. Each gun has the option to be upgradable. You're able to switch the ammo type on it, and it will become available in the pod. This game comes with 8 brand new maps, I believe 8 or 10, I don't even fucking know. What surprised me the most, to be honest with you, is the difficulty of the game. I played this game on hard with my buddy and like online, so a full lobby of, I believe it's 6 of us. I believe it can be 6, I'm not sure. Full lobby on hard, and keep in mind I do believe we're failing because we are all low level. Our proficiency is low. The highest proficiency I have seen is a level 15 commando, and he almost made it out alive, but we couldn't. So the difficulty in this game is fairly difficult, but that's only for the, like I said, the first impressions. Maybe when people start getting their fucking levels high and they start getting overpowered, hell on earth will be nothing. And I haven't even experienced hell on earth, so I can only imagine how difficult that would be. On Killing Floor 2, hell on earth was no joke. I don't even think I beat in a game on hell on earth. It's that difficult. Maybe for some of you it isn't, but for me it is, and I don't. And when if I do play online, it's gonna be with randoms who are not the best, you know. And if it's not that, I have to do it solo, and I'm not the best at soloing Killing Floor, to be honest. The new maps they introduced are fairly good, honestly. They're not too confusing. There's only one that does confuse me. I forgot the name of it. So how does this game compare to Killing Floor 2? I haven't really played the first one, so I can really only compare it to the second one. But I gotta say, in terms of the graphics, I feel like there's something missing from this game that the second one had that made the maps look much more better. I think it was the lighting. And Killing Floor 2 definitely had more weapons than Killing Floor 3, I believe. The improved designs on the old and new enemies are fairly impressive, to be honest with you. I like the Siren's new design, how she extends her neck when she's about to scream. I like the robotic designs. It shows the year that this game takes place, which was 2091, I believe. And overall, I think this game does live up to being called Killing Floor 3, to being a good sequel. It may not be the best sequel, but it's definitely better than what Payday 3 did, for sure. Payday 3's release was unacceptable. There's no reason why a game should be online only and should not have a solo mode. Payday 3 is a prime example of that, because when I loaded up Payday 3, I couldn't play the game because the servers were like, there was too much traffic, or they just weren't working. Me and my friend, we couldn't even play. I couldn't even load up a game because there was no solo, or there was no private mode. I literally had a dead game. I bought the game and I opened it and it was a dead game. Unlike Killing Floor 3, I was able to boot it up, play the game. It has a solo mode just in case it wasn't working, and the game works fine. Like I said, the only complaint from the top of my head would be, not really complaint, difficulty isn't a complaint, that is difficulty. I mainly the connection when playing online. I have pretty good internet. There's no reason for me to be lagging if I'm connecting to servers, especially if most of the gamers on my time, because for me, I get home pretty late from work. Like right now it's like almost 2 in the morning. Everyone here in the West Coast is pretty much asleep for the most part, right? Most of the gamers up are going to be from the East Coast, which is like 5 in the morning for them. A lot of people are up at 5 in the morning, you know? So for the most part, I get connected to servers on that side, which means I have a generally higher ping, which isn't bad. But for games like Killing Floor 2 or 3, excuse me, for games like this, where if you melee something or shoot something, it takes a little delay, that's not acceptable. Should you buy this game or should you wait for a sale? Well, I'll try to answer that question while directly telling you what to do. If you enjoy Killing Floor, or if you enjoy zombie games, if you're looking for a nice fun game to play, you know, just shooting zombies, you know, leveling up, yeah, you should pick up this game. Especially if you know what you're getting, especially if you played Killing Floor 2 and you know exactly what you're getting yourself into and you're ready for the grind, and fuck yeah, you know, go for it, you know, even add me so we can play it, dog, you know. But if you're not someone that's into the grind, if you really don't have any friends to play with, like myself, I usually play solo, it's not really a game for you. This game is mostly a co-op game because there are bosses. I mean, you could solo mostly any game. I think even It Takes Two can be soloed. But for the most part, you have more fun playing with friends. This game is not a story driven game. It's literally just a multiplayer game. You're just loading up, choosing missions, shooting zombies, surviving to the end, leveling up weapons, leveling up your classes, your perks. That's literally all you're doing. If you enjoy that, pick it up. You know, fuck yeah, let's grind it out. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not really into that, if you're into the story games and you're not really into replaying the same levels, even if there's 8 of them or 10 of them, I forgot how many, even if there's a lot of levels, playing through the same ones with no map change, the only difference would be the boss at the end or the amount of enemies, then yeah, it probably may not be the game for you. But you know, maybe wait for a sale, play with some friends, you know, maybe this holiday, you know, just wait for it to be on sale, play with some friends. You'll definitely have a good time first. But yeah, with that, that's gonna wrap it up. This was like I've done unscripted videos before, but this is like my dead ass unscripted video. I just had like little notes on my screen, kind of giving me topics to talk about, so that's why I'm kind of looking around, so I'm looking around all over the room, so I think the audio is going to be all over the place too, but I do apologize for that. It is 2 in the morning, so I do have to keep my volume down, but I hope the video comes out good. If not, I mean, if it did come out good, you'll see it, right? But yeah, this game is faithful to the Killing Floor series in my opinion. It did way better than what most other games did. This game kept the nice ass soundtrack, it brought back some music, it kept the intensity, it kept the gore for the most part. Everything about this game is awesome except for the playing online part. I don't have any issues as of right now that I can think of except for the online and difficulty, but difficulty isn't really a complaint, that's just us being trash. Have a good one.